sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Las Vegas Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. This is Derrick Henry, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Tackled by Reggie Robinson.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by Waller out left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his connection, complete to Ruggs. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. try to run for the first with Henry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
It's fourth down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running from the gun with Henry. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give Henry another shot. And this time he is in. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well in the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
the gun, it's Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
For the running back.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
First down line at the 34 here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
New York.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive,
Derrick Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He's tackled.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Second and 1. Jackson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
This one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, did?
And a loose tackle. And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for water, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jarvarius Ward. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wade.
Jackson.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
But 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. That is caught. It's Perriman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Operating from the gun. Jackson escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Able to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. Over to Noah Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. back with one complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Again, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it off. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, but we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Play action. It's Jackson. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
A gain of 4.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. First down and much more for Henry. The 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Derrick Henry. with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Raiders 26, Jets 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. This one caught by Davis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, New York.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Jackson uncorks one for Davis. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They begin with Henry. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again, it's Henry. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
39-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And 4 at the 45-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Wade. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Jets first down.
Jackson will throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Smith catches left side. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. And Jackson throwing once more. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
Damon Arnett on the coverage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin first and look at this! They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 19. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A first down carry for Henry. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll run it again with Henry. Breaks through the contact. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2nd down.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And now here's another interception. It's David Arnett picking it off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again, eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Caught out left by Perriman. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st down, Jets.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. He's back to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Jackson to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Throwing now is Jackson. Crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Las Vegas, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.